Just Get a Better Job has to be a top tier, all time, disconnected from reality, MAGA pro capitalist take, because it's like telling a rowboat with 11 people on it, 10 rowers, and one captain, that all the rowers should just become captain. It's like telling the first floor of a building that it should just become the 100th floor, as if the first floor could somehow not exist, as if somehow everyone could just choose in a finite amount of positions, every one of them required to make the world work, that everybody could just choose to do better and take one of those few high paying, easy, whatever, minimum amount jobs that exist, this many of them in the world, as if the only reason everyone's not doing well, that if everyone just, like, how can you simultaneously say the American dream is real when, if everyone in a vacuum put in the work, put in the effort, did everything right, there's not enough spots for everyone to go? Like, this is why when people say this, I can't trust literally anything else out of their mouth, because it's so clear they're so disconnected from functional, actual reality when they say, well, McDonald's is just for a teenager. Oh, McDonald's shouldn't be open at 2 a.m.? McDonald's shouldn't be open at noon? There are too many stupid people on this planet constantly saying stupid shit that if they didn't have 88-point IQs, they would know are some of the dumbest things that could have fallen out of their stupid face. Yet, boy, howdy, do they think they totally got you when they say dumb shit like this.
You know what we called guys like this growing up? We called them big for nothing. This is what we called them. Big for nothing. So soft. This is what we called guys like this where I'm from. So soft. You big for nothing. We sitting here and talking about this idiot. Nothing he's saying is even intelligent. The idiot is stating the obvious. He's sitting there saying, well, MAGA saying so much stupid shit that even if everybody put in all the work, there won't be enough spots. Duh, you dumbass. It ain't supposed to be. That's why it's competitive, you idiot. What are you, a socialist? Are you dumb? That's not going to work. You're not going to be able to hold hands with everybody in the country singing Kumbaya in a huge circle around the country, and everybody, for some reason, find a miracle where everybody's on the same level and the same playing field. It don't work like that, dumbass. You worry about you and yours is what you're worried about. Why are you worried about everybody else? Why are you worried about everybody else? I'm like, see, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You worried about everybody else, and then people will get mad at me saying, well, maybe the problem is you're not worried about everybody else. Yeah, but that's why your dumb ass on here and crying about it. And I'm sitting here living a great life. Because you know who I cared about? I cared about me, my wife, and my son, making sure we got what we want and need. I'm not sitting here worried about, well, these people say this stupid shit. I'm like, and there will never be enough spots. That's why I hate capitalism. And I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck about it. Competition is good for me. I love it. I'm very competitive. Maybe you're soft and not competitive. Okay, cool. Well, it sucks for you and your family that they got a father who's not competitive and your wife got a punk ass husband who's not competitive. Sorry, sucks to be you. But my wife has a husband who's very competitive that's going to make sure her and my son got everything we want and need. Sucks to be you, I guess. Why you care about everybody else and what they got going? Do you know how stupid you sound stating the obvious? Let me just, a very simple way, right? When you sit there and say, even if everybody put in so much work and all of that, the same amount of effort, all of that, there's not even enough spots for everybody. Duh, dumbass. Have you ever been in a city full of homeless people like the one a couple cities over from us? Like over in Seattle. So many homeless people. Guess what? Some of them, a lot of them don't even want spots, you dumbass. There's never going to be enough spots for everybody to go up and do more and do big things like this. It's not going to be. But you know what you do? You make sure you and yours is one of them. That's what you do. You make sure you and your family get one of those spots. Don't give a damn about nobody else not getting this spot. That's on them. That's for them to figure out, not me. It's not for me to care about and get on this internet crying about, I hate capitalism, I hate MAGA, because even if everybody put in the work, it wouldn't be enough spots for everybody to live the American dream. Yeah, well, guess what? We live in the American dream, punk ass dummy. We live in the American dream. Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you if you're not. That's on you. That's a personal problem. You're an adult. You're an adult. You figure it out. Maybe a lot of people that are in your comment section, you got one of them I read that was saying how, oh, now they were making this and making that. Now they make like $50,000 a year, but everything, the inflation, the prices of everything is outpacing them. Yeah, because maybe you weren't smart enough to think ahead years ago to put yourself in that position where you wouldn't have to worry about anything outpacing you. Ever since I met my wife, me and her, every year we get more and more money than we got the previous year to get the things we need and want. But we have that hustle mindset. You got soft ass people like you and in your comment section who got one stream of income. You are an idiot today. You who made that video and the people in your comment section, you're an idiot if you think that in this day of 2026 that it should be enough that you have one stream of income. Not that it should, but in today's society and economy, that it should have to be enough that you have one stream of income, one job. I'm like, and you should be able to get everything you want and need out of it and live an amazing life and live the American dream off of one stream of income. How stupid does that sound? We've known for years that things were just going to increase in price. We've known taxes was just going to increase over the years. We've known that for years now it's going to take more than one income in a household or more than one income period to pay all your bills and get everything you need and want on top of it and not have to worry about money. I always say this in the other video. My son will never know what it's like to go hungry. He will never know what it's like to live in the hood. That boy is way more privileged than I was. I grew up in the hood with two older brothers with a single mother. I'm like, my son will never know what that's like. Ever. He never know what it's like for your parent to have to say, hey, you gonna eat, cause, and my mama never said it, but she couldn't eat that night because the only dollar left she had in her pocket went to feed me. He would never have to know what that is. And shout out to my mom, I love her to death. She definitely did her thing. You know what I'm saying? She did everything she could. But you know what she didn't raise? You know what she did raise? She raised somebody who got that hustle mentality because I watched her have it. I watched her have a hustle mentality, even though things outpaced her every month. Bills, everyday expenses outpaced her all the time. That's why we grew up where we grew up. But guess what? She taught me from watching her, that's where we're not going to be. She taught me that from watching her. So when you sit here as a grown man, how dare you sit here and act like people are supposed to be victims? When you have people in MAGA, and it's not even just to defend MAGA, but when you have people in MAGA saying, hey, it is possible to still live the American dream. You may have to do more. It is what it is. Because you don't have nothing right now that's gonna have you living the American dream out of the one income you have now. So you may have to do more. It may take more for you to live the American dream. It is what it is. I'm like, you know how many people that came at me because I'm doing better than them, and they want to say I want to be white so bad. I hate being black. I'm tap dancing for white people because I don't believe in Democrats and the liberals and the victim mentality that they have on that side. That I'm tap dancing for white people. I want to be white so bad. I hate being black. But then when you look at them and look at me, I live way better than they do. They're the ones on their internet crying about bills that they can't afford. Crying about how they need a better job. I'm like, these are the same people talking about they need a better job. And you're sitting there talking about some saying just go get a better job. Why are you taking offense to somebody saying just go get a better job? You can if you are intelligent. If you are intelligent to have more than one stream of income, there's nobody's problem but yours. There's nobody's problem but yours. We can sit there all day and take offense to somebody saying, well, just go get a better job. Well, that's the stupid shit people say. No, you're just an idiot and you don't know how to do it. So admit that instead of trying to come at the people who say it. Instead of coming at people who say it, admit that you're dumb. Admit that you're soft and you don't know what you're doing. You suck at being an adult. Just say that. Admit it. Admit it. I'm like, you got people in your comment section who just want to be victims, want to feel sorry, want empathy for the way they live. Someone say, yeah, and they say this and they say, yo, people in your comment section are pathetic. I'm like, yo, it's no way I can sit there and from where I come from and cry and complain about how I need more money and a better job and I don't go get it. Maybe you don't have that mentality of a go-getter. Maybe that's what the problem is. Or the people in your comment section definitely don't have the mindset of a go-getter. Maybe that sucks for you and them. If that's the way you live, because it may not even be the way you live, and you just want to talk with somebody. I'm like, if that's the way you're living, where you feel like you can't just go, I'm sorry. If you feel like you can't just go get a better job, then it still sucks for you. But if it's not the way you're living and you're doing great right now, or whatever, then shut up. It's not your argument. It's not your argument. Shut up. You don't need to speak for nobody. Nobody has asked you to speak for them. Not one person. Who asked you to speak for them? If you are doing so great right now, who got in your comment section or your DMs and asked you to go speak for them? The ones who can't have more than one income and can't they have everything outpacing them financially and they're barely surviving and everything sucks right now. Who got in your DMs and or your comments asking you to speak for them? I'm like, because if you are, you're making yourself look like a punk. You're making yourself look soft. Speaking for people who are sitting there wanting to be victims with a victim mindset, being crybabies on the internet because they can't pay the bills or they're barely scratching and making it. We got somebody talking about they make $50,000 a year right now and all their bills, everything's outpacing me or whatever. Well, that's because you're probably single and alone. You probably don't have nobody to team up with and make sure this thing works for you so you can live the American dream. Sucks for you. You haven't figured that out. And then on top of that, so many people, I say this all the time, so many people sit there and have so many opportunities presented to them that they do not take. You better not get on nobody's case but your own if you are somebody who's had countless opportunities presented to them and you did not move on any of them. Do you know how many people was talking about me from who the people I've known growing up and all that would talk about me because I decided to go into the military? I'm like, and then look at me and look at them now. I was like, you still think it was an issue? You still think it was a problem for me going into the military when I did? And getting out when I did? And figuring out how to get all of this? Compared to how they living right now? So who was smarter? Who was thinking ahead and thinking of his future? So he wouldn't be later on down the line, a little over 10 years down the line after the military, crying on the internet about how he need a better job and he think it's stupid for people to just say, just go get a better job. No, people say go get a better job because it is possible. You don't have to stay unhappy and they really don't want to hear you crying and bitching and complaining the whole time about how you need a better job. So you know what people usually say? Well, go get a better job then or shut up. That's what people say. Go get a better job or shut up because don't nobody want to keep hearing you complain. Go figure it out. Go get multiple streams of income. And then you'll have people in the comment section like, well, I can't get multiple streams of income. Can only get one work around my schedule because I got kids. Well, you were the idiot that decided to have kids when you had them. That's your fault. The decisions you made back then, they took over and you wound up stopping yourself from having certain things in the future. But guess what? You were too stupid to see that back then. Like the whole point, and then you get some people that in his comment section when somebody was going against him, you get somebody in his comment section saying, well, you missed the whole point of the video. The whole point is to be a punk and be soft and be a victim. That's the whole point of his video. Being soft and being a victim. Not saying, you know what? I get it. Inflation is up. All these prices are up. You know what I need to do? I got a whole spouse. We both need to go grind, get multiple jobs. We need to use our resources. No government assistance whatsoever. No government assistance. That's the mindset you need to be having. Not no, you know, I hate when people say stupid shit like just go get a better job, this MAGA capitalist bullshit. Like, no, don't be like these soft, fat, ugly people like him. Don't be like them. Don't be like that, because you get into that sinkhole of the victim mentality and the victim Olympics, and then you constantly want to blame everybody else on everything else, especially the administration, and not blame yourself for not being more of a hustler. That's your problem. You need to be more of a hustler. That's the problem. We don't need to be sympathetic, empathetic, whatever you want to say. We don't need to be feeling sorry for people who I feel like they're being outpaced by the economy. No, what you need to say is, hey, go be a hustler, go figure it out. You're an adult. Nobody needs to feel sorry for you. You're an adult. If you can't pay your bills or you're barely scratching and surviving from the money you're getting, then go get more. Go figure it out. For people who sit and say, well, you say it like it's that easy. It's not that easy. No, it's too stupid to you because it's not easy to you. People like to say that all the time. When I sit there and say that, and they be like, oh, well, you trying to say it like it's easy or whatever. It ain't that easy to just go get more money. No, that's because you're stupid. You can't figure it out. That's what that means. You can't figure out how to get more money. That's what that means. When I sit there and say somebody struggling, scratching, barely surviving, as opposed to a family over here that's not nowhere way past surviving. Not scratching, scrounging to see if bills gonna get paid. Who can't go into a grocery store, they don't have to worry about prices, just pick up whatever they want. And I'm like I said, I didn't do this to shine on nobody, didn't do this to stun on anybody. What I'm saying is you don't have to have this victim mentality, and the American dream is real. If he's saying the American dream is not real for him, then he's soft and he's stupid and he's a victim. You don't have to be. Is what I'm saying. That was the whole point of my video. Fuck the point of his whole video. The whole point of my video is you don't have to be a victim like this idiot is trying to talk about. You don't have to be. You don't have to be sitting there saying, well, I hate when people say just go get a better job. No, you can go get a better job. You know what you can do? You can figure out what it takes to go get that better job. Whatever job you want that you see is better than the one that you have, you easily can find out what it takes to go get it. Not everybody needs to go and sit there and try to get $100,000 income on their own. Of course, there's not a lot of spots for that, you dumbass. Of course. It's never going to be a lot of spots for that. You idiot. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you. Till next time, I'm out.